Hi, this is a version of Liveable Lives, lyrics by Usher, and I've been playing around with a tune for ages, trying to get something I'm happy with. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's give it a try. Well, they shut my office and consolidated me all the way to the city. Now I spend 3 hours incarcerated in vacuum-packed self-pity. They said it helps collaboration and competitive position, but I only leave my workstation for coffee and micturition. We're masters of our destiny, but no one wants our opinion. Our livable lives are a fantasy as a 21st century minion. Well, they declared me an agile drone, took away my Rolodex and chair, sent me home to work alone in a bedroom only 10 feet square. I bought this condominium to avoid the grim commute. Now I'm stuck with the barest minimum, I can't work and I'm skinned to boot. We're masters of our destiny, but it still feels most unpleasant. Our livable lives are a fantasy, a 21st century peasant. Well, they can't see me panic in the departmental bedrock, and they can't hear the faint ticking of my biological clock. I still feel fairly saleable when perfume buffed and lacquered. I'm lonely and available, but I'm overworked, I'm stressed and knackered. We're masters of our destiny, we're lost in hopeless wondering. Our livable lives are a fantasy, 21st century underling. We've all agreed I'm flexible, work when and where and how I choose. Cause childcare costs are miserable, it's homework and there's nothing to lose. There's Marmite on my laptop and the iPhone's in the toilet. It's a perfect life if you can stop the little one's will to spoil it. We're masters of our destiny, we're overcome by hassle. Our livable lives are a fantasy as a 21st century battle. I declared myself a professional dad, a 5-year blue-collar sentence. It's the hardest job that I've ever had, no leisure time for repentance. I never thought I'd miss the life where I wasn't consumed by intrigue, or the ice-cold thrust of a corporate knife from an underachieving colleague. Of our destiny, but we don't recognise our worth. Our livable lives are a fantasy as a 21st century serf. Well, I got my cherished promotion to a senior vice president. The office buzzes like a bee on heat, I so long to be a resident. My parents need me to be around, they play out their encores, and my absence only brings the sound of a corridor of closing doors. We're masters of our destiny, we're fast tracked to the grave. Our livable lives are a fantasy as a 21st century slave. Oh, we'd be masters of our destiny if we could only see what's wrong. Our lives need not be the fantasy of a 21st century song. Our lives need not be the fantasy of a